Hey guys, you're watching The Pitch. What's up? This is The Pitch with Fox, Beatoms, and Mitch. I'm your host, John Fox, alongside here with Beatoms and Mitch Sabatelli. Now, a lot of football to talk about this week, but some breaking news. Vernon Wells of the Toronto Blue Jays has been traded to the Angels for catcher Mike Napoli and outfielder Juan Rivera. Thoughts on the Wells to the Angels trade?
Well, there's no Kyle Crawford, that's for sure. But the Angels had to do something. You know, I give them an F for the offseason. I didn't think Tony Reagans did a terrible job this offseason in getting the players. They lost out on Kyle Crawford. They lost out on Beltre. Wells makes $18 million a year. Still has 3 years left in his deal. But I mean, he's still a good player. He had a bounce back season last year, 31 home runs, a better average than usual, 270. I think Vernon Wells could do pretty well in Los Angeles, and I think in that lineup with Kendrick Morales coming back, that outfield stack now with Torrey Hunter, Peter Borges, and Bobby Abreu, I think he could fit in pretty well, and I think he might have a big season.
I'm not really liking this trade too much. Vernon Wells is too old. You know, I don't see him.
I don't think he's too old. He's only 32, but
I mean to trade both Napoli and Rivera.
Yeah.
I mean, Rivera looks like he's going to be a pretty decent player, and I mean, I don't know.
Well, Rivera's already 32 too, but
yeah, I know, but like, why trade them? Like,
yeah, I don't like how they traded Mike Napoli. I mean, they got Jeff Mathis. What I've seen from Jeff Mathis, I know he's a good defensive catcher, but offensively he's really below average. I think Mike Napoli had a great season for them. Kendrick Morales went down. They needed somebody to step up with power, and he put up huge power numbers, 26 home runs in limited time. I think they should have kept him, but
I just think that Rivera is more versatile than Wells. He can play more positions. And
I just don't get the $18 million. I know Toronto's going to pay some money. I don't know how much that is, but unless it's like $5 million, I mean, if they're going to pay $1 million to the deal, I don't think it's worth it. 16, 17 a year still with Wells, and Wells just admitted a week ago that he's not worth that contract, and he actually came out and told people that yes, I don't think I'm worth that contract, and that just happened a week ago. And
I give the Angels credit for trying to do something, but
yeah, they had to do something.
Yeah. I guess it's a shake-up for the lineup, but that's about it.
And the lineup's pretty good now.
Yeah.
Whoa. We have breaking news that our producer Scott just told us. This is huge, you guys. The Rays have agreed to deals with Manny Ramirez and Johnny Damon. Right there.
Nice.
Whoa, who wants to take this first?
Manny, I mean...
Manny Ramirez and Johnny Damon.
I was kind of hoping him to go to the Yankees, but, you know... Wow, this is huge for the Rays.
Clutch, Scott.
This is huge for the Rays. I mean, they lost everybody this offseason. Now all of a sudden they get Manny Ramirez and Johnny Damon. You know, I know their outfield's already set, but Damon can play first base. You know, he did it with the Yankees a little bit. And, you know, Manny can be their DH, and, you know, I think this is great.
Yeah, they're a small market team, and the Rays fans are really coming in now. They've been nowhere in the last couple of years. They finally stepped up last year. Terrible offseason this year, but they had to because they're a small market team. They lose Soriano, Matt Garza, Carl Crawford, Carlos Beltre, and the list goes on and on. The whole bullpen, Josh Bartlett. They need to do something. This is huge. Manny Ramirez and Johnny Damon. I know this is low risk, high reward right now. It's just gonna
they're both older, but still.
And they fill up holes too. I mean, Manny Ramirez can fill in the DH hole. I mean, they still got Desmond Jennings, who will be Rookie of the Year. I call this team could be third place, and I'm staying with it.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna bring the fans back in. I think it's gonna pump up the crowd. It's gonna be similar to a Shaq move with the Celtics. You know, the Celtics needed to make a move after losing in the finals, and well, it was a low risk move bringing Shaq, bringing a Manny and Johnny Damon. That's gonna hype up the crowd. It's going to make the Red Sox hype up. It's going to hype up the Red Sox-Rays rivalry. I love this move for the Rays. And, you know, Manny Ramirez, I think he might still have something left.
All I can say is I want to cancel our bet for the Orioles.
No, already happened.
No, I still like the Orioles a little better, but
I don't know.
It's definitely a much better
The Rays
race
rotation's solid still, even
it's
without
still,
Garza. And, you know, one thing we forgot to mention with the Garza trade, they are stacked right now in the farm. They could be good for a long haul, too. And they still, you know, they had a great farm. Now those guys finally came up, the Longorias, Garzas of the world, Prices of the world. Now they're restocking it. Friedman's doing a great job. I love the Rays organization.
I think Longoria could be an MVP this year.
I wouldn't rule that out.
So
something like that.
This team definitely has a chance now.
And Desmond Jennings, I think he could be the rookie of the year outfielder.
MVP and rookie of the year?
No.
No, I'm saying they have the
for
MVP
team?
and the rookie of the year
We'll
on the
see.
team.
Cy Young Award, David Price.
Possibly.
Yeah.
This team's looking pretty good now.
All right, moving on. We're going to talk football. We're gonna get to the conference championships, but first, the Patriots are taken down by the Jets, the hated Jets. How did this happen? How did the Jets pull this
Well,
off?
you know, Mark Sanchez didn't even have a great game. He only threw. I mean, at the first half he was. In the second half he was solid. First half he was missing his receivers up to the right. But one person had a terrible game. I thought was Tom Brady and the Pats O-line. They were letting that pass rush going everywhere. But the main thing, the main X factor in this game was Darrelle Revis and Antonio Cromartie. Welker and Deion Branch were basically shut out. This allowed the pass rushers to get to Brady, and Brady was there for a solid 5 seconds and eventually got sacked because he couldn't find anybody to throw the ball to. And, you know, that was the big thing. The Patriots, in order to win, they needed Brady to be absolutely flawless. And his passer rating wasn't too good that game. Mark Sanchez was just as good. If Mark Sanchez is just as good as Tom Brady, there's no way the Patriots win that game. That defense was going to fail eventually. They finally did. It was a great season, but, you know, that sucks for Patriots, Brady's legacy and everything. But Jets, they're looking pretty good right now.
I put a lot of the blame on Bill Belichick. I mean, he benched Wes Welker.
Yeah.
I know it was only for one series, but he benched Wes Welker to start the game. And that first drive they had, they marched downfield.
Yeah.
And then Brady ended up throwing an interception because he didn't have Welker as that go-to guy. If he had Welker there, I believe they would have got a touchdown. And ever since that one drive, they never looked the same. Their momentum was gone.
Yeah,
I think they could have built a lot of momentum there, and it could have changed the entire
that's
game.
Belichick's whole thing, and Russ Belichick didn't really say anything. He was just, did you see the interview?
Yeah.
He made a lot of comments about feet, but he never said anything about Rex Ryan and feet. He never mentioned Rex Ryan at all. He just said, "Oh, we got to be quick on our feet. It's all about footwork." So it was really clever how he did it, but yeah, I disagree with that too. I know Belichick likes to stay with what he usually preaches, but I would have played him for that game.
I mean, you know, if you want to make a statement, give him like a huge fine, or
Yeah.
maybe bench him for the first game of next season.
Yeah,
Or something like
that.
Maybe like the first quarter of the first game next season, or something like that.
I
You know?
agree. I mean, this is high stakes, and that's what the Jets were trying to do. They wanted us to talk, and we talked.
And the thing is,
And
too,
Jets. I mean, I think the Jets would take that to get Welker out of a couple plays. I mean, all the talking.
Belichick didn't even follow through with what he said. He said he was going to bench Wes Welker for the first series, yet at the very beginning he lets him return a punt, but then doesn't let him go on the field.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but
Well, first series means first offensive series.
I know, but you shouldn't let him play till after the first.
But back to the game, what do you think was like the X factor? Just Brady not playing well?
I think their momentum and their rhythm was completely off.
And I think Darrelle Revis is actually might be underrated. I mean, if I was watching him every single play. He was
I don't know.
shutting
I
down-
don't know how you underrate Darrelle.
I know he was absolutely shutting down Deion Branch. Deion Branch didn't have a catch. I don't think in the first half. Cromartie was sick on Welker the whole game when they were shifting, when they were playing each other perfectly. They could not record a catch. And Brady, he couldn't go anywhere. Once everybody's covered, the pass rush gets there. No matter how good your offensive line is, and no matter how good your quarterback is, if you have no receivers, that's the problem. And this is the first game I think we really missed Randy Moss as an outlet.
Did you see Darrelle Revis in high school?
No.
In the championship game, he did everything for the team. He had like 5 tackles. He returned a punt for a touchdown. He had 92 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, and a passing touchdown.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. The guy's a
He
tremendous
plays
player.
he played every position at that point. I mean,
He has a good position right now. At cornerback, I think he's the best. He's the best in the game.
I honestly wouldn't be shocked if the Jets start integrating him a little bit on offense too. You know, kind of like what Troy Brown did, where he went to defense. I can see the flip on that. And
Kind of like the Brad Smith thing.
if that happens, he's going to be more valuable than anyone in this league.
He's only 25. He's a tremendous player. That team's going far for a couple of years, and they're really young too.
Yeah.
All right, now on to the championship games. We'll start in the NFC. Green Bay at Bears. Who's taking this one?
I want to.
I'll let you.
You know, I know it's at Soldier, but Aaron Rodgers, did you see Aaron Rodgers last game? He was tremendous. I think that might have been one of the best quarterback performances I've ever seen. I know Starks is looking pretty good. 2 games ago, last game, they relied all on Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers got it done. And they took down Atlanta. I thought Atlanta was going all the way. Pats and Atlanta both dropped. Number 1 seeds. I think Packers right now could be the favorite in the NFC at least, and maybe for the whole thing. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's terrific right now, and I didn't see much of Aaron Rodgers this whole season. I watched that whole game. He was tremendous.
Yeah, he
That
was.
whole that defense is above average, even maybe elite. Tramon Williams is great at the corner now with Sam Shields and Charles Woodson. They were terrific that whole game, and I think this team's going all the way.
One thing that the Packers have improved on is
Yeah.
their running game. Starks, he's not going to go out there and put up
No, he's
200
only a
yards,
rookie.
but I mean, he's looking pretty solid too. And
Yeah.
if they have everything, they're not one-dimensional anymore. So they
Mhm.
can do, have a little bit of the running game, maybe do like a Matt Forte thing where he's in
Yeah.
there for the passing
Last
too.
game, Starks only averaged 2.5 yards per carry. That's not going to get it done. But the game before that, he was tremendous.
But I mean,
But now the Bears are going to be looking for Aaron Rodgers to do stuff, and I think Starks might have a good game.
who do you want? Do you want a guy that can play running back and
Yeah.
actually at least get something, or do you want your fullback as your main rusher? You
Yeah.
know? I think this is really helping the Packers out a lot.
One thing Aaron Rodgers might be the best quarterback at is avoiding the rush. And that he's going to need to do that with Julius Peppers and Lance Briggs on the side. I think Julius Peppers might be one of the best defensive players in this game. And Aaron Rodgers terrific at avoiding the pass rush. And they're going to need that for this game. I think it's going to be too much Aaron Rodgers in this game. The wide receivers are huge right now. Greg Jennings, James Jones, Corliss, and Donald Driver. It's too much right now. I'm going to say the Packers 31-17.
They're a 3.5-point favorite on the road too.
Yeah, I know. But Aaron Rodgers is a cold weather quarterback. Who cares about Soldier? Yeah, they're doing this all on the road too. They're 6th seed. It could be 2 6 seeds in the Super Bowl.
I'm going the Bears.
You going?
Honestly, I'm
Going
going the
Bears?
Bears. 27-23.
Why?
The Bears just continue to shock people.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it was kind of like Seattle where they went out and won. You didn't even expect them to make the playoffs, and they won the first game. I just feel an upset coming this week. It's been going on all postseason.
It's
Why
not really an
now?
upset though. They're a 2 seed.
Yeah, but everybody wants.
Maybe coming in with all the hype. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even though they're the number 2 seed, I think they're probably the most underdog 2 seed ever.
You know what? I don't know, but one player's going to have a huge game if Bears are going to win is Matt Forte.
Yep.
And Jay Cutler, he surprised some people. He's looking pretty good.
The thing Jay Cutler has to do is just not throw any interceptions.
Yep.
If he throws no interceptions, they have that game.
If this game's at Lambeau, they
They lose.
Packers will win. But at Soldier, who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
I think it's going to be a very, very good game.
Yep.
All
I
right,
agree.
moving on to the AFC. We only got under 3 minutes left. So the Jets at the Steelers. You going to take this?
I'll take this one, yeah. Pittsburgh, number 1.5 defense. I still
Ravens.
have them tied with the Ravens. I can't really pick.
Mhm.
But then the Jets, I have to say, are number 3.
Yeah, they
So-
might be number 2 now too.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
Pittsburgh might be one.
defense versus defense.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has them in the rushing game, passing game.
Passing game, yeah.
but
They haven't been offense.
they have offense, but
Yep.
the Jets, on the other hand,
A lot of hype, a lot of...
and they're not
Yeah.
opening their mouth this week either.
Nope, they're keeping it low. Key.
I'm not sure why, but we'll see if
So
that comes
who
back
you-
to bite them.
Yep.
I'm going with Pittsburgh, but I think this is going to be another great game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fairly low scoring game too. I'm going to
Yeah.
say 21-17.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger might be one of the best playoff quarterbacks right now. This guy is terrific. His pass in 3rd and 18 to Antonio Brown from nowhere all the way to almost the touchdown. That was tremendous. This guy has no pressure at all. This guy's cool under pressure. And this defense is too good right now. James Harrison, Lamar Woodley, Troy Polamalu, the list goes on and on. I think Pittsburgh's going to run away with it. That's what I said with the Patriots. I mean, the Jets could surprise some people, but I think Pittsburgh, Big Ben, at Pittsburgh with the terrible towels and everything. I think they're going to go for this.
I got a
Big
question.
Ben needs a third. He can go for his 3rd Super Bowl. It's going to be huge.
I got a question for you.
Mm.
ESPN did a poll, all right, where they said which quarterback is better, Brady, Manning, or Roethlisberger.
Yep.
It went Brady by a long shot, and then Manning, and then Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
So does this mean rings don't really matter anymore, or
If Big Ben comes
Because,
back
I mean,
and wins the 3rd
Ben-
Super Bowl,
Ben already has 2 to Peyton's
Yeah.
1, but yet Peyton is higher than Ben, and Tom Brady has that big of a gap on him.
I think it's not about his rings as much as for that poll as who is better right now. But if Big Ben wins a 3rd Super Bowl, I think that's an automatic Hall of Fame. This he's still pretty young right now. I think it's a long...
He's only what, like 27, 28, something like that.
Yeah, 28. I mean, I like Pittsburgh in this game again, and too much experience for Big Ben. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh
And
28.
he kind of flies under the radar.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
does.
I mean, he had that whole thing go on.
On the field, he flies under.
Yeah,
the
on
radar.
the field. I mean, you never hear about him.
I'll go Pittsburgh 28-14.
Ooh, do you think it's gonna be that big?
Yep.
Oh.